I wish I lived in Florida. Tell my wife to get me a damn snowblower, or let's move to frickin' Florida. Ford Bronco Sport, right here on Mooch Life.
Well, we've got cancellations for flights left and right today, and also power outages, all thanks to Winter Storm Landon. So we're close to 340,000 customers without power right now, with Tennessee being the highest number. Ohio also in second place for those outages. The two different sides to Winter Storm Landon, you can see it. It's very clear. It's very stark. We've got the freezing rain in between. We've got the snow, places up into the northeast and back into the Ohio Valley, and then to the south. That's where we've been watching the severe weather.
What's up, guys, and welcome back. Landon, Brandon, whatever his name is, Winter Storm. We're here. Winter Storm in the Bronco Sport. This video here is just to show you guys how the vehicle performs in wintry weather. So, thus far, what we got are some plowed roads ahead of us. Typical, right? 3 inches of ice hit the ground first, froze, and then we got like 4 to 5 inches of snow here in eastern Ohio, and that's what we're dealing with. So far, my first impression, quick disclaimer, this is my wife's vehicle. I don't ever drive it. What's that noise? Time out. How do I turn that off? Oh, there it goes. Okay, sorry. Rear windshield wiper. Anywho, so we're setting off in our 2.0 liter EcoBoost from Ford. It is the Bronco Sport. And on our side road, first impression is good. It didn't have any trouble doing what it needed to do. So one of the first things to note is when I start the car, the heated steering wheel and the heated seats turn on automatically, which is awesome. It's a really nice little feature there. So that's cool. We're not going to be frozen in our Ford, that's for sure. Now we'll come up to this patch of road here, and as you can tell, we are no longer in a good road. So let's screw around a little bit. Let's floor it. It doesn't even really cut power that much, and we're in normal mode right now, so that's cool. Did the traction control come up? I don't even know. Yeah, it blinked there, so that's cool. All right, it kind of let me go. Let's remember our goat modes down here. We get 7 of them. We may have to go into slippery mode today, but we got a 4-wheel drive locker button, and that right there will keep the front and rear axle from discommunicating, so that they're spinning tires from the front and rear at all times, because this is like an all-wheel drive system. And then if you do get stuck, you can use the rear diff locker. So that is an extra layer of 4-wheel drive awesomeness. And as we're trekking along here, we got just some ice-packed snowy roads, and I'll tell you, these Scorpion tires are doing just fine for this. So let's do some braking. You can hear the anti-lock brake system kick in. We'll make a left-hand turn, a nice slow turn. So far, I'm in just regular mode, regular driving mode, and it is actually impressive. We're used to our old SUV and my Chevy truck, which gives you the 4-wheel drive selector knobs. My wife's old Dodge Nitro, that knob was just 4-wheel drive, and that's it. Mine has a couple different options with like locking the diff, 4 high, 4 low, but we always use them. This, because it's like the all-wheel drive type system, it just goes. A little bit of slippage there, but that's because I'm hitting the gas. Oh, look at the snow plow up here. What's he doing? Taking up the middle of the road. We don't like that. But, you know, I thought, okay, we're going to be using slippery mode here, and I guess we're not. So it's like holding its own. Let's go ahead and fly by him real quick. So give it a little gas. Tries to slip a little bit, and then it cuts the power just a tad, and then you don't really slide around. Now we're coming to an uphill grade, so we'll see what happens here when we hit the stop sign. I'll come to a complete stop, and then we'll just lightly hit the gas, and we'll see what happens. And this is some icy roads, and it just goes. It didn't even slip. So I don't know if that's a testament to the Scorpion ATRs that are on this vehicle, but I'm impressed. I thought for sure I'd be slipping a lot and I'd have to engage the slippery mode, and we could do that on purpose here. So let me actually just stop real quick and we'll get our goat mode going. So we'll turn our knob to, let's see, where's slippery? Right there. So that's to be used for wet and slippery conditions. And what it does is the first thing it's going to do, it's going to make your throttle response less. So that way, when you do hit the gas pedal too hard, you don't slip. So it's going to make it drive a little bit slower. Then it's going to gear a little bit higher. It's going to change the gearing so that you're not over revving, which will produce more wheel spin. And then it does not automatically engage four-wheel drive or the rear diff locker, as in there's little indicators here. If you hit it, the button comes on, and then you'll see the four-wheel drive locker comes up right there. But we'll leave it on and see how that does. Give you a little peek of that. Turn left on this main road. It is slushy, a little bit of slip there, but man, this thing just goes. It's lightweight, the steering feels good. If you you know, I don't know how to explain it, but like, you know, putting that four-wheel drive lock on, I didn't really feel much of a difference. It's kind of like engaging how it needs to regardless, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, so we're liking it. I hope you guys are enjoying the rooftop view. We got the GoPro up there using the audio from the in-cabin camera, and we're just trekking along. These roads are crappy this winter storm. Not a fun time, but I'll tell you what, coming from a Chevy guy, I am utterly impressed with the snow performance of the Ford Bronco Sport. Not even having to put it in slippery mode, not even having to engage the four-wheel drive lock, not even having to engage the rear diff locker. That's if we get stuck per se. So I am really loving the way this thing drives. My wife loves the car. I never drive it, but she does. It's sporty, it's new, it's a new model. So, you know, the Bronco had not been around for the longest time. And yeah, so it's an awesome, go back to normal mode here. It is an awesome vehicle. We are happy with it so far. So if you're thinking about getting one and you're wanting to know, does this thing perform well in the weather? Obviously we got some. These roads are not terrific, and it is just going. Now, let me do something here real quick. Let me spike the brakes and see what happens. And you can hear that anti-lock brake. Now let's floor it. I mean, it lets you go. You think it's gonna like cut the power, but like it lets you go. And I'm in normal mode. It's like obviously slipping. You can hear how the engine revs and everything, but I mean, what the hell? This thing's awesome. I'm surprised. I really am surprised at how much it actually lets the wheels keep spinning. It's like, yeah, it's a sport utility vehicle. It's not a grocery getter. We're gonna let you have some fun, and that's what we like here on the channel. So as we come down a little side road, let me spike the brakes again. Yeah, it stops pretty good. I mean, these are icy roads, guys. They really are. I guess there's one thing left to do here for this video. I think we're gonna find a parking lot and see how the Ford Bronco Sport does when you turn the traction control off and do some donuts.
In my veins, I've been driving this train, years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame, cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed, all the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say, I don't push pause, no I push play, I won't stop till I make a change.
Look at that goat mode. Traction control off.
I won't stop till I hear him say,
Let's roll. Spin. See, it's still cutting. Still cutting it. Can't do them donuts good in here. I don't know. Alright, so everything on the internet says you can't turn the StabiliTrak off on these Fords, but what happens if you hard press that button? Hold for advanced track off. That's what we're talking about. There it is. So you hard press that button, turns the traction control off first, indicators up there, then you hard press it and it turns that advanced track off, and that is like their stability program. Now we should be able to do some more little fun. Yeah, here we go. There we go. Now it still has an anti-roll system, so if it thinks you're going too much, like you're gonna roll the car, it's not gonna let you. But here we are doing some donuts in the Bronco Sport. How many of those have you seen? Probably not many. So let me get the camera outside the car because that's kind of fun. You like that? We should climb that mountain right there, but we're not because we'll get stuck, because we will. Well, here's my damage. What do you guys think of that? That's the Bronco Sport. Looks good. It's an awesome vehicle. First impressions in the snow, it does exactly what it needs to do. It is very capable. So I'm cold. We're gonna wrap it up. Thanks for watching Mooch Life. If you're thinking about a Bronco Sport, it is an awesome vehicle. The 2.0 EcoBoost is an awesome engine thus far. You only get it in the Badlands with the first edition trim. The rest of them come with the 1.5 liter. Don't know much about them. But if you own a Bronco Sport, any trim, comment below. What do you think of the vehicle so far? Have you driven it in weather like this? What do you think? Looks just awesome. It's fun. So we're gonna get home, get warm, relax, enjoy my day off work. Video coming soon. I'm Mooch. This is Mooch Life. Peace out.
In my veins, I've been driving this train, years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame, cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling